fresh off the 44-second victory this past weekend, man. I gotta imagine. I mean, have you come down from that feeling yet? I mean, it doesn't get much better than that to go out there and get it done in under a minute.
Yeah, I know. It's really, especially, my last several fights, what I'm saying, you always got a little couple boo-boos on your face, and, what I'm saying, kind of sore the next day. And, you know, uh, man, I'm more tired from doing all the interviews and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's really crazy because, yeah, it's just, nothing ever goes exactly as planned in a fight. And, that's as close to as perfect outcome as possible.
Yeah, no question about it. I do wonder those quick ones, though. It's a weird feeling, right? Because it's the ideal scenario, right? You get in there, you get out, you get paid, you don't get hurt, you're good. But there's that weird thing, too, right? Where you guys are working for months to get this, like, battle and to get this, war. And you don't get that. So is it kind of a weird feeling afterwards? Like something didn't get done?
Um, it's one of those things where it's like you can't complain at all about anything. Like the only thing is, I wish I would have had like a little bit more time to see how I looked in there. You know what I'm saying? To see how I looked full speed, because it's like I felt fantastic, and I felt like I would have did a lot of really good things in there. But hey, we don't get paid by the hour, so the faster you can get out of there, the more impressive it is to people. I imagine it extends your career because you're not taking damage. So it's good all the way around.
Yeah, no doubt. And that finish is going to be played on your highlight reel for the rest of your career. Every time you fight, we're going to be seeing that clip. There's no doubt about it. So spectacular. And it comes along with $50,000 extra as well, man. So I got to ask, it seems like fighters these days are a little bit smarter. They understand there's financial things. They got to invest. They got to prepare. But did you got any plans that are a little fun for it? Maybe waste a little bit of it?
Oh yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, at least a little bit, right? Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like I wasn't planning on having this money. But no, I mean nothing. Fortunately, I'm married to someone who's a lot more frugal and grounded than I am. So I bought a little Oculus yesterday, getting into the virtual gaming. That shit's pretty crazy. Like I got it just cause, what I'm saying? I was like, oh screw it, I'm gonna get an Oculus. And I was pleasantly surprised with like how crazy it looks. But yeah, no, nothing too wild. I'm gonna get a little tattoo on Friday, but besides that, I mean, I'm really just trying to just settle back into regular life as is, you know what I mean? So yeah, I haven't had any chance to think of any dumb ways to spend my money, or, by that time my wife's gonna have some smart ways to spend the money. So that's probably good. All's well that ends well, right?
Yeah, just pretend like that was a $50,000 Oculus, and that way you don't have to think twice about it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, man, I did want to ask you about the finish. Right, it was a great highlight, but the cool thing was about it was the little parry that came out. It wasn't like a random. I mean, nothing. I think it's always crazy when you say like a lucky shot or a random shot or something like that. I mean, you're throwing it with the intention of hurting somebody, but that wasn't any kind of random technique. I mean, that was laid out. So I just want to ask. I mean, had you guys worked on that exact sequence? Like, did you know that was going to happen, or was it something you saw in the moment? Because it was a beautiful little technique to set it up.
Yeah. Well, the head kick, we knew the head kick would be there. That was something that we strongly felt was going to be there, and like that setup is something we drilled a lot specifically for this fight. However, it's something that I've done like my whole career. You know what I'm saying? Like I've kicked a lot of dudes in the head. It was just like a lot of it was a matter of like range and how much I actually turned over and how much balance I had when I threw the kick. And so yeah, we were drilling it a lot, and it just got like really clean, really sharp. And the first right hand I threw, I saw he kind of leaned off to avoid the punch, and I was just like, man, dude, you're gonna lean over to the power side, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, it was almost kind of confusing. Like, I felt like it was like a trap, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, this guy fought Bilal Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna leave like an opening like that. And sure enough, I was like, all right, next time I throw the right hand, I'm bringing the kick right behind it, and it was just it was there. You know what I mean? The door was open. I just walked through it. You know what I'm saying? So it was yeah, it was pretty surreal.
I love it, man. It's such a chaotic sport, but the fact that you can make the observations like that in real time in a high pressure environment, in a fast moving environment, man, I think that's the science of the sport that makes it so good. And that's got to feel good for you to know, right? Because being present like that and making observations like that in those chaotic moments, that's when you know, like, okay, I'm supposed to be in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool because it's just like an evolution of like the skill and the comfort in the ring. Because it's like I feel like a lot of fighters, you see things all the time. You see like opportunities, and by the time you react to it, it's gone. You know what I mean? It's like you see it, and it's something I've as a fighter, I've seen those like it was like you see opportunities and you're like, oh man, dude, I could get it. You're just like not pulling the trigger quite fast enough because you're concerned about something else. And so yeah, in this situation to be able to identify an opening and just to be able to just not even hesitate, just to be able to just go right into it, it is something that's kind of encouraging. And it's like I look forward to doing similar things in the future in other ways, you know what I mean? So it is cool for sure.
That's great, man. All right, let's talk about life as a welterweight now. What does that
Mhm.
mean post fight? We know what it means ahead of the fight, strict diets, cutting, all that stuff. I know you said it wasn't that bad, but what does it mean post fight? I mean, is this something that you have to focus on daily? Do you let yourself go a little bit and worry about it later? What's the plan?
No, I can't let myself go. I like it's like I can relax, you know what I'm saying? Like I can, relax and like eat something, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but I do need to be in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like and I think just for health overall, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to like get gigantic and then have to be constantly yo-yoing in weight. So right now I'm a little swollen, but that's just like all the carbs and stuff like that. I'm just like holding on to a bunch of water. But no, I need to get back down to probably by the end of next week, probably back down to like 195, you know what I'm saying? Like mid 90s. And then like yeah, slowly work your way back down. It's life at welterweight. You know, eh, I still got to get better. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like now there's more eyes on me, so it's like I might have more of a target on my back. The more people you call out, the more people don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I still got to keep on getting better and keep on getting sharper so that when I go against dudes who are better than Takashi Sato, I can smoke them too.
I love it. Let's talk about the call outs because man, you had the call out. I was like, man, my man killed it. He had a great performance. Then he nails the call out, and immediately people hit me up and they're like, bro, he didn't nail the call out, dog. Bryan Barberina spells his name the same way. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, he does. So all right, so you've had a couple days now. Have you revamped the call outs? Are there any new ones that you want to throw out there or revise it in any way?
Man, like all the welterweight division, really. I mean, no, I mean Ian Gary's still number one, and Brian. You know what? Hey, it is what it is. I still would love to fight the guy. I think that'd be like a super fun fight. And the fact still remains: there's still not enough space in this division for the both of us. There has to be one Brian with the uppercase B, one with the lowercase b. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the big Brian in the division. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I'll fight any of these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? We're prize fighters. That's how we get paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to eat food. You know what I mean? So, whoever wants it, as long as I get paid and I keep on climbing up, it is what it is. But Ian Gary would be the best. Bryan Barberina, I think the fans would love that one, and it'd be a good fight. But I mean, I said what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens afterwards.
Hey, look, to be honest, though, I thought they were solid cops because Ian Gary, obviously, the name that's attached with him, but, he's not, top 5 in the rankings right now or whatever. So you guys can definitely match up. And Barberina, I mean, that dude's always in fun fights. So no matter what happens, it's going to be a good scrap. And maybe if you guys do fight, the loser does have to like change their name to an I or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, you have to change your You have to change the yeah. I think that is a good stipulation. We'll get that put in the contract. You can't fight again until you get your name changed.
Sorry, bro. You got to go with the I now.
Yeah, I'm Bryan with the Y. Damn it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome, man. Well, listen, I'll let you get back to your life, man. Have a little free time before you have to deal with us again. Let me ask you, I mean, you got, like I said, you got some nice ideas in place for call-outs. We'll see if they come together. But just ideally, I guess, when do we see you fight again? Because I got to imagine you're pretty healthy after 44 seconds in there. So are you looking to do something quick? When do we see you fight again?
Anywhere between, I mean, honestly, I could see fighting in September. But ideally anywhere from October to early December would be ideal. That's I'd like to fight one more time before the end of the year, and you know, get some nice holiday money. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think 3 fights a year would be a pretty comfortable amount. Maybe go up to 4 fights next year. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I'm healthy. I can get right back into it. So there's nothing really. Like, I'll be ready to fight within the next 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be ready to go. So whoever wants it, you know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to call me out, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. But yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully sooner than later.
I love it, man. Well, certainly after that last performance, everybody will be excited to see you get back in there and do it again. So hopefully we see that sooner rather than later. In the meantime, go enjoy that $50,000 Oculus, man, and
yes,
have some
sir.
fun.
You already know.